a driving tour of Willow Meadows, a very highly underrated neighborhood right here in Houston, Texas, that is still very affordable. My name is Mariam Hejazi. I've been helping people buy and sell residential real estate for almost 13 years, and I've been loving Houston since 1987. Let's get into it. So, Willow Meadows, Willow Bend, Westbury, Maryland Estates, they all kind of do this. They mingle together, but they definitely have different little personalities, and each section brings something different to the table. Now, this section of town is very close to Meyerland. Meyerland is technically different, and then this is just below Bel Air. Now, parts of the Meyerland and Westbury, Willow Bend, Willow Meadows area did flood, but a lot of it didn't. So I'd like to also clear up this misconception that it all flooded on the south side. Some of it did, some of it didn't. So today's driving tour is just going to be of the north section of Willow Meadows. I'm south of 610 on this one and north of West Belfort. Now, I am recording this video in late February of 2026, and happy rodeo season to all those who celebrate. Now, fun fact or fun tip, if you are very, very active in the rodeo, or if you go to all things sports at NRG/Reliant Center, the Dome, which I guess they don't really have stuff at the Astrodome anymore, or perhaps Minute Maid or downtown, this section of town is extremely accessible to Reliant NRG for all of the Texans games or anything rodeo, and or to downtown because you can take the 288 tollway up straight to downtown. And even during rush hour, if you get on the toll section of the 288 North Freeway, it will take you about 19 minutes to get to Montrose or downtown, really from your front doorstep. So this little pocket of town is very overlooked, especially to native Houstonians. A lot of native Houstonians, I feel, they think that they need to be in Garden Oaks, Oak Forest, the Heights, Timber Grove, Lazy Brook, Spring Branch, Memorial West, or maybe the Energy Corridor. But don't forget about this little pocket of town down here. You can still get a really nice house with a very decent lot with a garage and a front yard and a backyard and a driveway and beautiful old trees. A lot of these houses were built in the 50s and the 60s, so you have 60 to 70-year-old trees if they haven't already been cut down. So you have these big, beautiful trees and these really nice older homes. Some of them have been completely redone. Some of them still need a renovation, just like any part of town. If you are looking to be below 500,000 and you really want I would say a normal house with a garage, backyard, front yard, all of that jazz, this is a great area for you to keep in mind and really explore. And I, as a native Houstonian, and I have lots and lots of friends and contacts in my sphere, I feel like it is really, really overlooked. So, through the advancement and amazement of technology, I will see you on the map shortly, and I'll do you as per usual, a map overview, and then I'll put you on a driving tour. And as always, if you want me to do a different section of town, just let me know. Please like, share, and subscribe to my content. It would mean the world, and I shall see you on the map. Hello, and with the magic of technology, here I am on this amazing map/camera screen. So as always, Houston is really big, so let's get our bearings. We'll zoom in a little bit. We are going to be in this portion of town for this video. Bel Air, Meyerland, and this is where we'll be. Here's the stadium. So this is where the rodeo happens. All of the Texans games are here. Medical Center. And then this will be Toyota Center up here. That is where the Rockets play. Minute Maid, which is now Dakin Park. That's where the Astros play. And then the Dynamo Stadium, which is where the Houston Dynamo soccer team plays. So that is up here. Medical Center again, and then this is where the Texans play / this is where the rodeo is, and there is lots going on at NRG Park these days, and really the fun starts getting started for rodeo about mid-February and doesn't end until about the end of March. So about 45 days. It is very busy over here for the world's largest rodeo. So this driving tour today is this little section right here. Now remember, this is loop 610. This is our inner loop. And this is Willow Meadows. But I just did this today in a different video I will do for you later on the other sections of Willow Meadows. So in the beginning of the video, I enter through here. And the reason I do that is because I wanted to show you that it can actually be pretty calm over there. And you just go right under the loop. There's no traffic lights. It's just a stop sign. And then it just takes you out into this quiet little neighborhood right here. So I started here, and then I zigzag, or I figured eight all the way through here, and then I kind of drive you around here. And I also briefly take us on West Belfort. Now, the real estate values here are anywhere from about 500 to 800. There are some houses that sold in the 800 range, and there are some houses in the high fours, mostly in the 500s. In my opinion, I think that houses generally are a little bit more expensive in this portion of town, or this portion of Willow Meadows, and also in this portion of Willow Meadows. Fun fact, there are some really cool showcase houses right here. If you ever get bored, I think they're right here. Yeah, there are some really cool mid-century modern showcase houses over here. But for the purposes of this video, we're right here. And notice that this is a pretty large retail center. You cannot access this neighborhood from the retail center. You do have to get on West Belfort and come over this way. So you don't have any foot traffic. You don't really have any traffic at all here that is associated with here. It is unlikely that anyone would be cutting through just to get here. So generally speaking, it is a very quiet, chill little community. Let me know, as always, if you have any questions, and I hope you enjoy this driving tour of the north section of Willow Meadows.